My first stop, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Countless kinds of sticky confections are made every day on a huge scale. The ones you would never expect to come out of a gourmet shop are candy bars.
When you have high-quality ingredients made with a lot of love, you can tell the difference.
Zingerman's has long been famous here in the Midwest for their lineup of baked goods, including ooey scratch-made brownies, cakes, and cookies. Now they are hitting shelves nationwide with their own take on the classic candy bar, the Zang. Inside these bars, you'll find luscious fudge, oozing caramel, exotic chocolate, cashew butter, and the gooeyest of them all, mysterious nougat. What exactly is nougat?
I have no idea.
It's one of those things that's great and no one knows what it is.
At the heart of the newest Zang bar is an original candy concept developed right here, raspberry nougat.
It's very light and fluffy. Definitely tastes of raspberry. It's dark chocolate, almost marshmallow-like.
The chocolate really offsets the sweetness of the raspberry, and the nougat is just what makes it all balance out so well. I love it.
The man building this candy bar business on a foundation of goo is Charlie Frank, with the help of fellow candy maker Sarah Fitzgerald. We get this bar zanging with a tri-layer raspberry extravaganza. Each raspberry Zang bar contains 3 distinct layers, each a different interpretation of the fruit. But the bottom layer is a raspberry chocolate ganache, which you make.
Yes, and it has 4 basic ingredients. One, you see the chocolate right here. It's a dark, semi-sweet chocolate that we've already melted.
Okay.
The next one is a heavy whipping cream, and we're gonna put that in first and bring it to a boil.
But this is not just a normal chocolate ganache.
Oh, no. We add raspberry preserves.
These Oregonian raspberry preserves are the through line of the raspberry Zang bar.
And the final ingredient is salt. We're gonna bring this back up to a boil. We're just going to pour the preserves and cream into the chocolate.
And there we have raspberry chocolate ganache. With that, our base can begin. Charlie gets out his custom candy frames, and we get gooey.
And then we're just gonna make sure we get a nice, even layer. It's gonna end up being about 1/8 of an inch thick.
You can smell a little bit of the raspberry with the chocolate.
Yep, you can smell it already.
Layer number 1 kicks it in the cooler, while I get mixed up in the sweet secrets of nougat. What exactly is nougat?
It is, I believe, a cooked candy that is whipped with egg whites.
Judges?
The 2 components of nougat are the egg whites and the cooked sugar that we add raspberries to.
Wow, we have a winner!
The first ingredient is water, and then we add our corn syrup. Finally, before we turn on the heat, we're going to add sugar, about 6 pounds worth. Then we just gotta turn it on full blast.
Right now, do we add the raspberry preserves?
Not yet. We gotta wait till the sugar comes to 290.
Nougat gets its light, airy texture from air delivered via egg whites. So while the candy base is cooking, we're gonna start feeding some air into the egg whites.
Yep.
And we have to move quick now because
The sugar's cooking. We got just under 2 pounds of egg whites. They gotta go in
it
the
looks
bowl.
like this is a very small amount of egg whites for that mixer.
Egg whites are gonna expand a lot when they whip, so
Yeah, so-
that's the whole thing.
So now that we've achieved the volume, what's next to make a raspberry nougat?
Where we're gonna add this raspberry flavored sugar that we've cooked.
Now this is
This is
basically
really
this is like a candy syrup.
Right.
Oh, that is rad. That is the first time I've ever made nougat.
Congratulations.
That is one of my favorite warm out-of-the-pot tastes ever of all time. Fluffy, creamy, raspberry, marshmallowy air. The raspberry nougat is stepped up and is ready to become Zang bar layer number 2.
Okay, so we're gonna put some powdered sugar in our hands, and then we're gonna get this out of the bowl, and then pick.
I love the fact that you're making the largest nougat-filled candy bar I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
this is one big candy bar
This
right
is
now.
one really, really big candy
Yeah.
bar.
And we want it as even as possible, so push it where you need it.
Feels really, really squishy and warm. It's a pillow of raspberry nougat. And now we're gonna give it another layer of raspberry.
Raspberry jelly candies.
That's amazing. So it's really just sort of like a super, super thick jam.
We took the jam and we thickened it. They're nice and chewy. And we're just gonna press these into a line.
After chilling overnight, this 2-square-foot candy bar is ready to get a treatment of dark chocolate.
First, we gotta bottom it.
Since warm chocolate and cold ganache won't stick, Charlie uses a highly technical candy-making tool. The hair care products are coming out now.
Yep.
That's a move I have not seen before.
This is just the same chocolate that we're going to enrobe it in. It's about 64%. It's dark chocolate. I just want to go to the edges.
Time to slice our slab of candy into bars of fairy bliss. I've never gotten to see a candy bar at this stage. You can see each individual layer. The chocolate ganache, the raspberry nougat, and then the raspberry candy on top. So enjoy this voyeuristic look at a naked Zang bar, because the next time you see them, they're going to be dressed in chocolate. The bars get drenched in dark chocolate from the enrober. One final blast in the cooling tunnel, and at last, we have the newest ooey gooey Zang bar. You get the tang from the candy on the top layer, and that goes right into the fluffy, gooey raspberry nougat. And then you get the ganache, and then the finish of chocolate. It is a perfect 3-layered bite.
You're in the state of Zang.
I am in a state of Zang. You've achieved gooey greatness. Decadent chocolate bars filled with gourmet raspberry nougat. So many ooey gooey and chewy ways. Why grow up when you could be a kid in a candy store?